Hello YouTube, this is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. It is about 7:45 p.m. so there's no sun. As you can see, our controller is saying low light. What that means is there's no production from our PV and our battery is at 47.7. So let me give you a quick summary. I came here on January 12th, and I'd noticed that we had a couple of weak batteries. And what I did was try to use the solar resources to try to bring the batteries back. If you know anything about flooded batteries, it requires very high voltage in order for you to rescue them. And we have not been able to get that high voltage. So we have three batteries that are very stressed, and we're not able to get to where we need them to be. So we've been playing around, moving batteries around, and about 2:30 a.m. last night, the power went out. How did I know? The room suddenly got very hot. It was like 80 something degrees, and I was sweating like crazy. So I got up and I looked, and the power had gone out. So if you recall, the last video I did, I had mentioned that I took a battery that was completely flat, that had not been charged in over 6 months, and I put it in the system in the mistaken belief that it would mysteriously or miraculously wake up by us applying 59.8 volts, and that did not happen. It did not wake up. Yes, one or two of the cells started to boil, but one of the cells remained completely flat, and the other one that started to boil started turning into water instead of electrolyte or acid. So here we are. What are we going to do? We brought back one of the batteries that is bad but can hold a load at bad. Bad is 4 volts, and when you put a load, it drops to 3 volts, and we put it back on. And that's why we're seeing the 47.7 volts. And we're just going to keep playing with it till we figure something out. So I've not quit. I'm going to keep trying everything I could think of until I come up with a solution. And this is for people who live completely off grid. They have no generators and they have no grid power. All they have are their solar panels. In our case, we have 2,600 watts in panels, and we have a challenge with our inverter. The manufacturer gave us updated firmware that allow us to run higher voltages, but we've struggled to get that firmware on. As you could see, the guts of the inverter, it's open, and we had the intern spend the entire day trying to get it. We can talk to the inverter. When we try to upload the firmware, the inverter disconnects from our laptop. So it's something the manufacturer needs to work on to make it easier for us to load firmware onto the inverter. They've asked us to make a video of the process and send to them, and when we send it to them, hopefully they'll make some improvements to make it easy for people like us who are not really that challenged to load firmware onto the inverter. Shout out to the guy in Brazil who watched the video and wanted to make a decision between buying the MPP solar or the Grow Watt. It's very, very exciting when you get a view all the way from Brazil. So Brazil in the house. And I want to thank the Powerwall and a bunch of other things that is your name. Thank you for recognizing the effort I put in. Just let you know, I live in Sussex County, New Jersey, a town called Sparta. But I spend time here in Nigeria trying to make the lives of my fellow Nigerians better. So yes, I do sweat a lot while I'm here. I lose a few pounds, but when I see the smiles on the faces of people we're able to help, it makes it all worthwhile. So if you have any suggestions or things you want to see, please post it below. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. There is a link on the left of your screen at the beginning that says subscribe. Please do that. Please also share. The more people that see our channel, the happier we are, and the more informed they are. So thank you once again. This is Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria, where indoors it's almost 90 degrees.